Good morning everyone, happy Valentine's Day to you. Firstly I want to thank the organisers of today's event for putting this all together, for getting such a great range of speakers along and for ensuring that hopefully it's conducted in the right manner. Now, I'm not here today to try to score party political points and I'm not here today to try to suggest that any of the other candidates don't care or aren't passionate about this issue. Nor am I here to try to hijack a campaign that all of you have been working on and fighting for many, many years. What I am here to do is to give you my support for keeping hospital services in Hartlepool. Now, my mum is in the crowd somewhere today, and I won't embarrass her by pointing her out, even if I could see her. But she works at a hospital just down the coast from here that has been experiencing many of the same issues for a decade or more. And she's been at many similar events to this, and she and I joined many of you on the march last month. And we did that because we support the cause, because we have personal experience of it, and because we recognise what it means. You don't have to necessarily be a so-called local lad to see a problem and to want to fix it. I fundamentally believe that a town the size of Hartlepool needs and deserves a hospital. And I fundamentally believe that it needs an A&E. And I believe that in an ideal world that needs to be at its centre, not on the outskirts and not in another town. The very purpose of an A&E unit is for it to be accessible to people in an emergency. And that means that it needs to be close to the people that it serves. And a bad location can be a matter of life or death. In fact, one study showed that for every 6 miles you have to travel to an A&E unit, an extra 1% of people died as a result. So for every 100 people who need emergency services here in Hartlepool and have to travel to Stockton, on average 2 of them will die as a result of that decision. And if this campaign can help to save those 2 lives, then it's worth its weight in gold. Now, I do think that the financial case for the original Wynyard project was questionable. I do think that Ian Wright and many others were wrong to promise so much of your money on decisions that you oppose. I do think that it was short-sighted to take hospital services away from Hartlepool Hospital on the presumption that a scheme like that could go ahead at a time of national crisis. But the problem is that those in power here have a cavalier attitude to spending other people's money. Their solution to a problem is never just to fix that problem. It's always to spend mountains of cash creating another problem somewhere else. But they don't have that money to spend, because it's either your money, which should be in your pocket, or it's borrowed money that has to be paid back at extortionate levels of interest. Now, we've just come out of one of the major recessions that this country has ever known. It is absolutely right that we should question whether that kind of money is being promised irresponsibly. Now, by all means ask if what we've got at the moment is fit for purpose and needs improving. But let's fix those problems rather than selling people down the river on a pipe dream. Now, today you'll hear a lot of people talking about government cuts in healthcare and privatisation. Don't believe it. The NHS budget was not only ring-fenced but increased by the Conservatives. Healthcare has been increased by £13 billion since 2010. There are now 600 more doctors and 250 more nurses right here in the North East than there were 5 years ago. And nationally, there are now 1,200 more A&E doctors able to see 2,000 more patients each and every single day. Now, it's very easy but very lazy to try to blame these kind of problems on some far distant external enemy. People can say it's government cuts, or it's immigrants, or it's Europe. It's not. It's people making promises that they can't deliver. So let's learn to walk before we can run. Let's learn to spend other people's money more wisely. And let's tell the people in power here, both today and at the ballot box in May, that Hartlepool needs and deserves its hospital services. And fantastic Valentine's Day. Thank you.